2024 was the hottest year on record, capping a decade where almost every year broke the previous year's record high. Carbon emissions, which help drive that warming, are also at record levels. President Trump and his administration argue that this is not a problem and that trying to address it only hurts the economy and puts the U.S. at a competitive disadvantage. On his first day in office, President Trump withdrew the U.S. from the Paris Climate Accord. He's tried to freeze billions in funding for clean energy projects, wants to boost coal production, and declared a, quote, national energy emergency to increase domestic fossil fuels. Bill McKibben, great to have you on the program. What are some of your greatest immediate concerns about the Trump administration?
Seeing an incredible rollback pretty much of all environmental regulation dating back to 1970. We're coming up on the 55th anniversary of Earth Day, and it was in the immediate aftermath of that we started basically regulating pollution, and now we're deregulating pollution of all kinds. The most serious consequences are what's happening around climate and energy, and they're serious for two reasons. One, as you say, the planet is getting hotter and hotter and hotter all the time. Two, we're making a series of extremely foolish choices about energy. We're the only place in the world that's decided that somehow coal is the future of the planet, and we're going to have our lunch eaten by the rest of the world, which is quite rightly figured out that sun and wind and the batteries to store their power when the sun goes down or the wind drops are the cheapest, cleanest, easiest, fastest way forward.
It also seems the administration is defunding a lot of the scientific investigation into climate change and how it might play out into the future.
Yes, look, the US was the place where we first understood what was happening. We were the first people to measure carbon in the atmosphere. The people that built the computer models that helped us gave us the warnings about what was coming. And those are precisely the programs that are now being chopped off. Even the programs where we measure the amount of carbon in the atmosphere or the temperature of the earth are under assault, as if by not measuring it, it might go away. But that's not how physics works. There are a series of questions, a series of issues where people can differ in their opinions. And I'm at odds with the Trump administration about many issues. But this isn't a question of opinions. This is a question of physics and of chemistry, well understood physics and chemistry, and willfully blinding ourselves to it has to rank high on the list of dumbest things that governments have ever done.
What about the argument that this administration makes that the concerns about climate change and the impacts it will have on our world are, they argue, exaggerated or overblown or so far in the distance that to exert energy and money to address them is an enormous cost?
Tell that, first of all, to the good people of Los Angeles, say, who watched large parts of their city burn after the hottest, driest weather on record. But then also go talk to the people in the insurance industry who are canceling policies up and down, east and west, across this country because climate change has